Hi, I'm Beth from My Tutoring Bee, and in today's video we're talking about transformations with rotations. I've got a few examples for us, so let's go ahead and get started. Now in our first example, we are being asked to rotate triangle TUV 90 degrees clockwise about the origin. So we do have a few rules here for how to adjust the coordinates of each of the vertices of our triangle. In this case, it's a triangle, and that will help us to plot those new points for that new image of the triangle. I also want to point out that sometimes directions will not tell you counterclockwise or clockwise. So if it has a positive number, then that is always going to be counterclockwise, and if it is a negative number, then that is going to be clockwise. A little backwards than maybe how we might think it should be, but that is why we see negatives here and positives here for the counterclockwise and the clockwise degrees that we would be rotating these images. Okay, so I already have all of my vertices, the coordinates of all of my vertices listed out over here, and I'm just going to go ahead and use this rule for clockwise rotation, 90 degrees. So what's going to happen with my X and Y is that they're going to switch places, and my X is going to be negative. And I do have a really great way of remembering how to do all of these that I will show you at the end of the video, so stick around for that. For now, let's go ahead and figure out what T prime would be. So we're switching places. 0 is going to become my X value, and then instead of -7, it's going to be +7. So I'm switching that sign as well for this new Y value. U prime, again, we're going to switch. So 5 is my X portion, and then instead of -2, we're switching it to +2. And for V prime, that 1 becomes my X value for 1, and then this one is -1 for my Y value. Let's go ahead and plot those. So T prime is at 0, 7. There we go. That's where T prime is located. U prime is at 5, 2. So we're going to go ahead and put U prime here. And then V prime, I do like to label my vertices as I am plotting them. V prime is at 1, -1. That way I don't have to go back and figure out what each one is. I'm just doing it as I go. Makes it a lot easier. And we're going to connect these points with straight lines. So now we can see that this triangle has just been rotated clockwise about the origin. So T has rotated up here, U is rotated here, and as we get closer to that origin, that arc does get shorter, and as we get further away from the origin, that arc is wider. Okay, let's take a look at another problem. We're still going to use this same triangle TUV, but now we're being told to rotate triangle TUV 180 degrees counterclockwise about the origin. So the one good thing about 180 degree rotations is that it actually doesn't matter if it's counterclockwise or clockwise. They both are the same. So what's going to happen here, the X and the Y are going to stay in their same positions, but we are going to switch the signs of each of those numbers. So again, I've got my coordinates listed here. For T prime, we are going to switch that 7 to a +7. And for 0, there's really no such thing as a positive or a -0. So 0 is always just going to stay 0. So that's going to be 0 right there. And then for U prime, we're going to switch -2 to +2 and +5 to -5. And then V prime becomes -1, -1. Let's go ahead and plot those. So T is at 7, 0. Sorry, T prime is at 7, 0. U prime is at 2, -5. So down here, U prime. And V prime is at -1, -1. V prime. And then again, let's go ahead and plot our lines between these points. So we can see again that that triangle has just rotated around 180 degrees, and we have our new image here with our triangle mostly in the lower right-hand quadrant of our graph. I told you I have a great way to remember how to switch those X's and Y's around and what's negative and what stays positive. So let's talk about counterclockwise rotations. So our original is X, Y. That's how our coordinate points are typically labeled with the X and the Y. So when we are going counterclockwise, we are rotating from the right to the left. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take that coordinate that's in the right hand side. We're going to flip it around, rotate it around that coordinate that's already in the left position, and whenever we flip something or rotate it around, we're going to change the sign of it. So if we're doing a 90-degree counterclockwise, we're doing one of those rotations, so our Y comes to the other side of X and X stays X. So we're not changing anything with X except for its position. So this is how we would do a counterclockwise. If we're doing 180, that means a second rotation of that right to left. And again, we're going to be changing the sign. So X gets flipped over to this side and it's going to become negative, and then negative Y stays there. And that's how we're going to do our counterclockwise for 180. And then one more time for 270-degree counterclockwise, we're going to take that number that's in the right-hand position, rotate it around over to the other side, change the sign. Don't forget to change the sign. So since this one's already negative, we're going to make it positive. And that would be our 270 counterclockwise rule. Now let's take a look at clockwise. Same thing, but with clockwise, we're going from the left to the right with a clockwise rotation. So we're going to do the same thing with our coordinates. We're going to take whatever coordinate is in the left position and rotate it around to the other side of this Y, what would normally be the Y, and again, change the sign. So a 90-degree clockwise will become Y negative X. And then we're going to do it again for a 180 clockwise rotation. We're going to take this, rotate it around, change the sign. So negative X is now first, and then Y is going to become negative because we flipped it over to the other side. And then 270, we're going to go do that same process a third time. We're going to take this in the left, flip it over, rotate it over to the right. So negative Y, and then because our X is negative here, we're going to change that sign again back to positive. And that is how you can remember. It's really easy to write these down if you are working on some homework or a test. It's a great way to help remember all of those rules. Thanks so much for watching. I hope that this video was helpful for you. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. That does really help me to continue making these videos for you. And if you like my teaching style, I am offering one-on-one tutoring. So feel free to reach out if you're feeling like you need some more support in math. Thanks so much again, and I'll see you next time.